Hey, come on in. You're here on a good day.
We have a new legacy soap today from Ariana and Evans.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, cool group of our friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would, and for our mention today, we would like to talk about the Ariana and Evans meetup.
Y'all, these are pictures of the Loft in Brooklyn, New York, where the meetup will be taking place, hosted by Peter Chikalis and Ariana and Evans, and we are told that Daniel Malou himself will also be flying in to be a part of the festivities. Keep your eyes on the Facebook and Instagram pages for Ariana and Evans for upcoming details and ways that you can be a part of it. And what is our soap today?
This is another one in the Danielle Malou legacy lineup. Let's meet it.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at aegrooming.com.
Nero e Rosso opens with black leather, tobacco, and oud. Dark, smoky, rich. Exactly what you'd expect. Then something unexpected begins to emerge. A subtle strawberry note appears beneath the darker accords. Not sweet, not candied, not gourmand. Just enough to create tension. It softens the rough edges of the leather and smoke, while adding a quiet brightness that keeps the fragrance moving. Osmanthus plays an important role here as well, often described as having facets of apricot, suede, and leather. It helps bridge the gap between the darker notes and the fruit accord, creating something that feels seamless rather than contrasting. As Nero e Rosso settles, roasted cocoa begins to surface, dry and slightly bitter. It adds warmth without sweetness. The leather becomes smoother, the tobacco grows richer, the woods become more pronounced. Birch tar and Virginia cedar anchor the entire composition, leaving behind a dark, smoky trail that feels both familiar and unexpected. The strawberry is what changes everything. Without it, Nero e Rosso would be another leather, tobacco, and oud fragrance. With it, it becomes something else entirely.
A little look behind the curtain. The strawberry note in Nero e Rosso did not come from a pre-made fragrance oil. We built it ourselves. The accord is made from strawberry glycidate, aldehyde C16, ethyl butyrate, raspberry ketone, natural strawberry essence, and a touch of ethyl maltol. Sounds more like something you'd find in a chemistry lab rather than a shaving soap. That's because perfumery often is. The goal wasn't to make Nero e Rosso smell like strawberries, quite the opposite. The strawberry exists to create contrast. It sits beneath the leather, tobacco, oud, smoke, and woods, occasionally peeking through, just enough to make you stop and wonder what you're smelling. Sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes it hides, but it's always there, weaving through the darker notes and giving the fragrance its signature character. And y'all, we wanted to thank Peter Chikalis, Evelyn, and Talia for sending this out for us for free to review. A few of our Whiff Pack members already have had their noses on it at the last couple of meetups at which Ariana and Evans were present and had this set available, so we could not be more excited to open this box. Look at how this comes.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all, how exciting is this? You got your knife?
Yes.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, another one. You got your knife? Ooh, all right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We have one other summery surprise coming up for y'all. The watermelon shave cream episode. Stay tuned for that. Look at that label.
Wow, colorful.
Woo! Y'all, I want you to see the packaging on the legacy soaps and splashes. They are indeed next level. Hold on. Y'all,
remember those?
Look at the boxes. Are these not absolutely beautiful and elegant? It opens like you're proposing. There is the soap. Are you kidding me? How gorgeous.
Right. Don't drop this on your toes, y'all. I'm just saying.
How generous is this supply of splash? And you can use it for home defense. Keep it near the bed. Ooh, and here are our perfect friends ready for a legacy first impression. That wax seal is not part of the label. That's a real wax seal on the top of your soap.
And I think it's not just black. It kind of has a texture like there's leather is what the black is on here.
It's the little touches. All right.
Go
are you
for
ready for
it.
a first impression?
Yes, you're going first.
Here we go. Taking it in.
Oh, good whiff, y'all.
Y'all, here's what I love. Every single scent note in this is done differently. I have never smelt this type of leather before. I have certainly never smelled this kind of strawberry before, especially the way it's sitting in the blend. The oud is over the top, rich, smoky, deep, and mysterious. The woods are beautiful. Y'all, what a balance this is. Hold on a sec.
I love from reading it that it's completely different than the other ones in the Daniel Malou legacy line. Like it started from fresh, totally new thing.
The leather almost has an anisey edge to it. It's that kind of spice, something deep, rich, black, well, much like the texture on the sticker. Not a barber chair leather at all, something that almost borders on smoky, almost a clean charcoaly hit to how this leather is sitting. And if you have the more recent tincture of tobacco from Ariana and Evans and how that is almost a lateral move into Tobacco Road, nope, the tobacco's been reinvented here and it's turned down in the balance. The spine of this is more leathery, oudy. The tobacco is a little bit more in the background and it's done in a more smoky, almost like freshly lit cigarette kind of way.
Yeah.
The scent intensity is perfect. It is not too crazy. It doesn't need to prove itself. It's just a lovely friend to have on your shoulder. And for those of you a little bit worried that the strawberry was going to make this a little bit candied or give it kind of a fruity essence, absolutely not. It's almost like the strawberry is just used to fill in what few nooks and crannies are left when the other scent notes all come together. And if your nose is going to piece together the strawberry, it almost has to do it in pieces, which is like, I think why they mentioned all the different aroma ingredients in the sales page was because you almost have to construct it yourself. It just uses the bits and pieces of the strawberry in different ways against those more palpable, stronger scent notes that are the spine of this. Wow.
So more of like a suggestion of a strawberry, not a complete visualization.
More like a puzzle where the pieces are still scattered around the table.
Ah, that's a good visual.
That. And it's funny, the leather becoming smoke is separate for me from the tobacco sense that sits under both of those. Like super dark, deep leather, but super bright tobacco underneath it, but turned way down in intensity. And the oud is doing its oudy magic in this. The oud is what's whisking me away to brand new and more ancient places than I am used to, and I'm loving how it's sitting in there. It's not kind of your sweeter oud like we kind of found in Tears of the Dragon. It's a little bit more of a natural smoky oud right from the Aqualaria tree, and it's the other notes that are giving it its sweetness inside of the full scent. I mean, it is utter luxury and sophistication, but on a very accessible level, if that makes sense. Our friend Lee is often scared off by the word sophisticated. Totally get that. But hold on. It's done in a very different sort of way here. In a way that even the newbie would really be able to understand and appreciate everything going on in here. You wouldn't have to have experienced a bunch of other leather and oud scents to really know and understand the character that this is presenting.
So there's no English leather hiding in there for you.
No. Y'all, let's have a conversation about that. No, nothing pokey at all. This is basically a sphere. Which makes sense because Sarah McCartney, one of the great perfumers on YouTube, often talks about not a scent pyramid, but a scent solar system, where in this, the leather would be the sun, and then the other notes would be the planets orbiting around it. And I think the first one out, Mercury, I think, would be the oud. That's the next one. The next one out would be the tobacco. And then somewhere way out there, Pluto, something far past Uranus, would be the strawberry.
Hopefully that visualization helps you.
Hope that helps. There's like 9 other Uranus jokes, but I'm going to refrain from those today because this is a dignified soap, okay? So keep your minds out of the gutter. And you know what's funny? All of these darker scents have had all of their dirtier parts shaved off, and all of the cleaner parts are going click, 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 click. So this really reads as someone who is just coming out of an international spa rather than somebody that's been in a walk-in humidor all day, you know?
Yeah, sometimes like dark gets associated with like dank or something,
Right.
and it's not like more rich, I think is from what you're explaining. It goes by that route.
And I am reminded that birch tar is in the scent notes, but while that usually pokes hard at my nose and gives me kind of a batters up feel, Absolutely not. It's only the sweet part of the birch tar that's in this, not the burnt pokey part.
I can see how that would kind of blend into the concept of leather, though, like how that would actually complement each other.
And I can tell that it probably was gonna at first be a floral that was gonna sit under the surface of all of this and fill in all the nooks and crannies. And at the last minute, Peter went, no, you know what?
It's not
Let's
right.
do strawberry. Let's bring that into the equation. It's almost the strawberry from the old surfboard wax. If you ever lived near Santa Cruz and there was that subtle strawberry oud sense under the surface to that beautiful wax, that's almost the kind of strawberry going on in this. But again, you have to look for it with both hands and a flashlight. It's not about the character of a strawberry. It's about how the different parts of the strawberry are supporting the different notes that are making up the sun and the first few rings of planets.
But I think that helps like associate what type of strawberry you're talking about. When you say strawberry, don't picture the fruit itself. Go more that route.
And I think the reason I'm loving this is my nose still isn't done exploring it. It's like finding a painting that you just love and you can't stop looking at it. Where's Waldo has that effect on me. No, George Seurat, A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. All made with primary colors, all made with tiny dots, colors not mixed on the canvas but mixed with the eye. That's what this makes me think of. I stood in front of that painting for 3 hours once in Chicago, and I still wasn't done with it. Dark, rich, mysterious from one direction, clean, soapy, put together, international traveler on the other. All right, are you ready to take this in and see what you find?
I actually was going to ask you first. Do you think it's leaning more masculine or feminine, or does it have that vibe at all?
You know, it's a masculine soap.
Okay.
But it's a friendly one. I wouldn't put this on anyone too dark or dangerous in the world of lore or literature. No, this is more your hero kind of scent. All right, take it in and see what you get.
I am curious. Ooh, this is packed full, y'all.
I know.
Holy moly.
There is more than the weight listed on the label
I think
in these soaps.
Oh, you're right. That is a scent adventure, y'all. I think even like my nose could think at first, I'm like, I think I got it. Nope, don't got it. Like it has a lot of movement to it. If I hadn't read leather, I don't know if that's the first thing I would have gotten. If I hadn't read strawberry, I don't know if I would have gotten that. If I hadn't read oud, same thing. But the way that they're dancing together throughout this is thoroughly enjoyable. It doesn't get pokey, like you said. It's a perfect sphere. Like there's nothing in here where your nose can even like pull it out on its own.
Right.
I kind of like that it's so embedded. It feels like it came out of the womb that way. Like it's just supposed to be just like that. I'm getting more like that spicy, smoky kind of side, like you said, of the tobacco. Like it's a super dry tobacco. Like that's almost keeping it from getting too rich with the leathery side of things. Like they're really giving each other a fun tug of war. It doesn't quite get black like this is for me, and it doesn't quite get brown. It's kind of living in between, like it has a life of its own. I wouldn't know that it was strawberry that's hanging out in the background, but I love what it's doing. It's adding a breath of fresh air, like where it could get too dark. It really keeps it kind of a little light and airy thing going on. But I feel like it has a story. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. It's not something that you could just label immediately. Like, you're right. This is the hero. This is the person that's been through it to get to where they are. They've earned that part of the story, but they've also owned it. Somehow that's coming through with this. Like if you're going for more of the ember side of the tobacco-y thing, I don't even know if that's part of the birch tar or the wood. Something in there is really creating that, like, you can actually see it, like the tobacco itself being burned. Not like where it's smoking so much you're going to cough or anything like that, but like the rich side of it. Like it just brings out the best qualities of what's actually happening. Almost like if tobacco could be an incense, like something with that. Maybe the oud is kind of helping with that, but somehow it's just adding like a gentle sweetness to what's going on.
I got like a sweet charcoal-y sense to it.
Yeah, where leather can usually get pretty proud and pokey for me. Like, you know, sometimes you don't want to smell that on you for 6 hours. This doesn't have that side. It's the most welcoming leather I think we've had, where usually at some point the leather kind of maxes out. I feel like this doesn't approach that line. Like somehow, whatever, if it's the aldehydes from the strawberry stuff or the other things around it, like it really just kind of is taming down the leather so you can smell it and enjoy it. Where normally I feel like it gets so far up my nose I can't get past that leathery hit. It doesn't have that.
It's the lion, but there's a tamer with a whip and a chair.
Yep. Yeah, my brain is really enjoying like the smoky, oudy, charcoaly kind of thing, however that's being created. But it wouldn't work if it didn't have the lighter, prettier side of like what the strawberry's doing, and if it doesn't have the deeper side of the leather. I don't think I could enjoy it the way I am here.
I'm reminded that there's a little bit of a cocoa hit
Oh.
under the surface of this, and I think that's actually meeting with the sweetness of the strawberry. Maybe I've just had one too many chocolate dipped strawberries, but that's where this is hitting for me. The cocoa, again, for those who are not gourmand fans, is so unrecognizable. I'm only really getting it now when I look for it, but that's how it's sitting under the surface. Not the bitter side of the cocoa, more like the creamy kind of part.
It's adding like more texture to the scent. There's nothing in this that makes me want to take a bite out of it. Nothing gourmandy at all. It's super rich, but it's not too strong. I feel like sometimes that can easily come out.
That's a great distinction. Super rich, but not punching you in the face with it.
I really do feel like I would wear this. I feel like I'd have to be a little more dolled up to wear this for me. Just something in my personality. But this could be someone's everyday scent. Like, because of the lighter sides, it could be an all-day, morning to evening scent. I don't feel like it has to just be an evening kind of thing. I really am enjoying the, like, incensey charcoaly thing. I didn't think I would even have gotten that by reading the sales page, but that's what my nose kind of finds as like a center landing pad, so that the leather and the other stuff around it can really have more of a voice. I know there's something keeping it from getting too dark, and I think that's where the woods are playing their imaginary role. Like, they're here, but it's super hard for me to find them. They're almost just kind of setting a baseline so everything else above it can keep dancing around. I really like that this is the third one in the Malou kind of legacy line. Like, it really is completely different from the other two.
All right, y'all, come along with us. We're going to take one more look at these scent notes and build you a legacy lather. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at aegrooming.com. This is also available at shavingshopclub.com for those who are members. We start with two rather darker notes, black leather and black tobacco, and I do get them in that order.
But they blend together so well.
Yes.
Like, I feel like it's like a story by numbers. Like, somehow you're following the whiff exactly how they want your nose to follow it. And black tobacco, I think that's how I'm getting more of like the charcoaly kind of vibe.
Right. That's how it's presenting to me. It's not the tobacco from A&E that I'm used to.
Which I'm actually really enjoying getting to know it here in a whole new way. And then that makes sense that it leads you right to the oud, because it is that kind of incensey vibe. Then we have our strawberry, which is against the osmanthus that they were mentioning earlier, that has a little bit of that apricot kind of almost approaching a leather thing, which I forgot was in here. But again, I think it just smooths out all the edges.
That's what it is. Just filling in the nooks and crannies of the other scents. And like he listed the different scent ingredients to build up the strawberry, I think the ethyl maltol is binding with the leather. I think the strawberry essence is binding with the tobacco. Like, different parts of it are binding with different parts of the other scent notes. And that's what makes this so intriguing. Like trying to pick apart a painting that you've fallen in love with.
And I gotta say, I know it lists birch tar, but I'm not getting it the way, after reading that, I thought I would.
Right.
It's so disguised in here. I think it just gives it a little bit of a basement floor. But putting the roasted cocoa next to it, I think they just balance each other out so no one can get too bossy.
And isn't that interesting? Roasted cocoa. Right, taking all the bitter edges off of it for me. And then Virginia cedar, that for me is also presenting as almost a cedarish incense. Under the surface of all of this. It's not like an effervescent cedar like we're used to. It's not even that woody of a cedar. It's not the cedar from your pencils. It's doing something else. Maybe it's even been burned.
And it kind of has like a natural musky kind of vibe. Like, it's adding something clean, but it's still not a natural clean. It's kind of like its own woodsy clean.
Right. It's like if strawberry could be a mint. That's how it's sitting in here. There's nothing minty, but it does give it that sort of lightness, that sort of lift. And y'all, for a soap this luxurious, we had to break out our Rosso and Dove bowl, a gift from David at Rosso and Dove to the show. Is this not an absolutely stunning piece of hardware? An homage to the occupational shaving mugs of the last century. And I'm just going to dig in here with our waxing sticks and pull up a little bit of this soap. Just a little bit more than an almond size, I think.
Wow, this is 7 ounces. Y'all, no wonder it felt heavier.
There you go. I know it's a little bit more expensive than the normal line, but ounce for ounce.
You got a lot.
Probably comes out about the same. A little bit of water into our bowl, and I'm going to grab our vintage shaving brush homage from Ariana and Evans. This is the Badger Knot. Love this thing, and I'm just going to start, with dry bristles, going forwards and backwards, taking a little bit of that water from the bottom of the bowl to start moistening our brush, but really I'm just transferring the soap up onto the bristles themselves, and then I'm going to start to build the lather.
I think what my nose is getting off of here too is like how a rose could have been put in here, but it's almost like the strawberry took over what a lot of the rose and oud kind of things are known for. But I actually like how much lighter and airier the strawberry is actually going on in here.
Right. Well, it's funny you say that because strawberry is a part of the rose family. And I think it's being used in the same way that a rose would have been used in here, but it gives it such a different, unique character. You know what's fun? Your nose almost doesn't recognize it as strawberry like ever. So it's kind of in this perpetual state of what is that?
Yeah, but it doesn't make it go feminine, which I think a lot of people would assume.
Right.
It really just kind of adds to the texture of it.
We did not use your strawberry shortcake brush for this because it would not have been apropos.
Wrong vibes.
Yes. Woo, y'all. Usually it takes 3 or 4 minutes for my soap to start getting that beautiful glossy
No,
effect,
not
but
here.
this is happening right off the bat. Look at this. And all those little shark fins are telling me that this still needs another little drink of water here. Oh, I just got my first actual wisp of what I would consider to be a strawberry.
Okay.
Here. That's
so maybe adding a little water.
It is.
Helped
Yeah. And this bowl is an exceptional piece of hardware. It is designed so that there's a little bit of a channel where the sides meet the bottom so that your bristles don't have to search far to get all the soap and all the lather up onto them. Now, I know we never talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but this is a badger knot.
It is
look
full.
at that, y'all. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Grab Your Fiddle, Nero, because Rome is on fire with on 3, 1, 2. Whoa.
Yeah, things
the
happen.
oud and the strawberry come together in this for me. Beautiful. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I get more leathery. There, I get more of the charcoaly. You are not kidding about this lather. My goodness.
Oh, your bowl
I don't want to
overflows.
waste this.
Look
My
at
gosh.
this, y'all.
You can't even see the design on the bowl. It's completely gone.
And while we do love watching our Danielle Malou shaving videos on YouTube, we don't shave here at the Barbershop Duet, but we want you to see what this lather looks like when it goes on. A moneymaker. Are you kidding? I feel like I'm in Danielle's chair and he's about to give me a straight razor shave.
I feel like even the slickness on my fingers, I can already tell there is something else going on in this lather, y'all.
Y'all, I can't even feel the bristles. That's how thick and beautiful this is going on.
Yeah, super dense, but super slick. And that padded kind of feel, like you feel protective, man.
All right, yeah, well, come along with us. We're going to take this barber chair down just a little bit deeper.
We were having so much fun with the soap, I almost forgot we have the giant splash
How
over
many
here.
ounces are in there, does it say?
I want you to guess, y'all. It's not what you're thinking. It's 8.5 ounces.
Are you serious?
This is a lifetime supply, y'all.
All right, lay some on me.
Might come out fast.
Here we
oh,
go.
wait, no, this has a little stopper.
Oh!
This has a new thing.
Hey, let's see if this makes the noise. All
See
you
if
have
it
to
makes
do
the noise.
is get your fingernail under it and, it does. It does.
That was fast.
All right, lay some
take
on
2.
me. Slide some oil to me. All right,
Coming
beautiful. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, yes, it comes out fast. Be ready.
Oh.
Yeah?
Some interesting waves are washing over me here. This doesn't start on the dark side.
Oh, no,
This
it does
starts
not.
on the light side, and the oud is palpable.
I think I'm actually getting the tobacco and the osmanthus.
Wait.
The cedar?
Wait.
All the other new friends are having a louder voice here.
I'm going to do this like Danielle does and use
just
a
lay it out
bunch
there.
of it. All right, here we go,
I
y'all.
just got the strawberry. That took a second in the dry down.
Whoa, that charcoaly scent of the incense, that clean hit of black spice is there. Then the leather does come in and make sure you're comfortable. I'm even getting the birch tar now in kind of its full character, but it's so far out into space, it's way beyond Pluto.
It almost feels like there's just like in the sun slightly. Like it's a natural ratio. Is whatever's in here is so good. You almost just think of it as the leather side. And then once you realize it's not the leather, then it clicks.
The same way that ombre leather has that fabulous raspberry hiding under the surface, this leather is hiding a strawberry, and in such a different way, such a gentle way.
I don't know how there can be so many like darker things in here, but still be oddly clean. Like it's really riding that line with the birch tar, the black leather, the black tobacco. Like it just, you kind of would think even with the oud, like there's just still this clean side to it.
And I'm just falling through the different levels, but my nose can like pause on each one and explore each scent note on its own.
I have to say this is probably one of my favorite leather-oriented scents. There's a few that I do enjoy, but the way that the leather is done in here, it's kind of like a secret weapon. I want to say as this is drying down, somehow it is getting a little more masculine.
Yep.
But it's not smelling so masculine that I wouldn't use it.
Like when Cindy Crawford wore a dress shirt and tie and a fedora, it's that. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Marcus and Sarah in their little barbershop behind their little piano, watching all of the adventures that their friends are having at the Maggarts meetup and at the Great Texan Wet Shavers meetup. And a little bit sad that all of them are talking about this fabulous new soap that Peter's got, a collaboration with Daniel Malou. But just about the time it hits the AE grooming site, you are going to get your own. So head over to aegrooming.com or shavingshopclub.com to find this and a bunch of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Nero e Rosso and spent some time with it. And I'll tell you why. This is a phenomenally blended soap. I love my leather scents, my tobacco scents, my oudi scents, and this has all of the best parts of those in ways that my nose has not experienced before. But this is like the video of those basketball players all passing a basketball, and you're supposed to count how many times the white shirts do it and the black shirts do it. But the one thing you don't notice is the giant gorilla that walks on screen in the middle and goes, "Hi," and walks away, because hiding in plain sight in the very center on a little pedestal is a fabulous strawberry mist, something where the nooks and crannies are binding everything else in the soap, and for some reason your nose doesn't really see it, but it's there supporting everything else until it's brought to your attention. And the surprise and delight that you do discover once you can really get your nose under it makes this one of the most intriguing and beautiful scents I have yet experienced. And let's talk about the Legacy Lather for a second. Absolutely beautiful, rich, protective. I could do my across the grain pass under here. I was so smooth by the end of the shave. It's an absolute delight to build and even more fun to use. Thank you, Peter, Talia, and Evelyn. We will be back. Hey, welcome to Messages, and it's that magic time to choose our lucky winner of a $25 e-gift card to Zingari Man. We got 20 entrants this month. Thank you to everybody who sent in your emails, and here are your corresponding lucky numbers.
Gorguts, Matt H., Lenny, Nathan, Paul, Brian T., Ronnie, Penrow, Michael M., Bobby, Seth, Richard, Nowshed, Randy, Defia, Cole, Manny, Mike H., Tony, and Selena.
And here's that magic time. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 20.
2. Matt,
oh, congratulations, buddy. We'll be reaching out today to let you know how you will be receiving that e-gift card for Zingari Man. Thank you again to everybody else who entered this month's giveaway, and stay tuned for our July giveaway. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we've got the first legacy scent, which was an oudi barbershop.
Yes.
We've got Latte e Menta as number 2, and now Nero e Rosso. Do you have a favorite so far?
I think I still vibe personally more towards the Latte Menta one, but I can see how this one might be the new winner for like a general audience. I think if you went into a barbershop or you're getting, a special shave to go out that night or something, this might be the one you more lean to. I think Latte Menta sometimes has a little bit more of a morning fresh. This has a little bit more morning to evening vibe going on.
And for me, it is this one, only because this is for my nose what a fine piece of art is for my eye. No matter how long I stare at that George Seurat painting, there are always going to be new things for me to discover. Trust me, I flew back to Chicago because I wasn't done with it yet. This is that exact same kind of adventure for my nose. And you know what I love? Of the 3 collaborations, they are all vastly different from each other. Vastly different solar systems. There's not another star anywhere near this one, and I think that speaks to the talent level that we're looking at, not only in Peter's perfuming, but in Danielle's nose.
Yeah.
And hey, thank you everybody at A&E, Peter, Talia, and Evelyn for sending us out this incredibly generous and luxurious set for free to review. It will become a treasured part of our shaving collection, and we could not be more grateful.
Don't forget your next to with the Barbershop Duet.
You will smell better just watching this.